Welcome to another jam-packed episode of the Blunt Talk Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Anthony Wright, coming to you from the beautiful and chilly confines of Atlantic City, New Jersey. Wherever you may be watching and listening on this Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, I thank you as always. Like, share, and subscribe. It helps the channel. This episode, guys, will be episode 156, Eagles versus Commanders recap. I will be diving into all that was the Eagles versus Commanders from the Saturday's game with the Eagles. Beautiful division-clinching win, defeating the Commanders 29-18. Really impressed with how the offense looked, how the offense is starting to gel late in the season, even how this defense is starting to take it to another level again with how they're playing. Definitely impressed with a lot of what I saw. I want to touch on all of that, but first, before we get into all that, we definitely got to make sure we give a shout out to several friends of the show. Definitely still trying to get to some of these Eagles games, playoff tickets, or trying to get out for the holiday season. I definitely implore you to check out StubHub and Viagogo, the number 1 and number 2 leading ticket resellers in the world for live events, shows, and concerts. Don't forget to check that out. There's events here listed on the screen. Also, if you guys are looking to protect your software, work computers, home computers, computers for the kids at home. A lot of weird viruses and Trojan horses and ransomware out there that really affect your system and really throw it off. I implore you to check out Malware Bytes. Yes, Malware Bytes is now an official friend of the show. Definitely don't forget to check that out. The link will be in the description box of this video. And for my avid gamers out there, if you're looking to get yourself something for Christmas, going into the new year to really make your holiday season bright, definitely don't forget to check out PlayStation Direct. As you see here on the screen, the holiday promotion is still available. Don't forget, time is almost out. Don't forget to definitely check that out. Link for the description box will be in the description in the box. Link will be in the description box of the video. So definitely don't forget to check that out. Sony PlayStation, more than a game. Bit of a tongue twister there, y'all. Sorry. But nonetheless, getting into this game. Happy as hell with how the Eagles played. Amazing performance. Like I said, flyeaglesfly. The game did not start off that way. Very, very scary with the Will Shipley fumble. Don't know what the fuck was going on there. Not sure if the guy just put the helmet on the ball properly or if he just didn't have the ball secured right. But looking at the replay, it was kind of weird how the camera angle was. But definitely started off the game a little bit scary. But the defense, as always, continued to hold serve, held strong. Looking here at the NFL statistics, I mean, that drive, just to give you an instance of how scary it was initially for the Eagles, that drive started on the, let's see here, started on the Philly 26 and ended at the Philly 2. Amazing performance by the defense. The Great Wall of Philly, that's what I'm starting to call it, the Great Wall of Philly. They're definitely putting up amazing performances as of late. The run defense was definitely there. They definitely held this team up, didn't allow them to score. Obviously, the Eagles didn't come back, have to punt, have a 3 and out. So you're kind of worried, like, what's going on here? Offense looking a little weird. They come back, then execute an excellent drive. And I want to say that one drive that they executed, I wanted to go back and look and see how many plays there it was. It was a 7-play drive, took about 67 yards. They scored. The touchdown, the initial touchdown, I want to say went to, Devontae Smith, went to Smith. So got to give credit there. Smitty was definitely putting in work. He had 6 receptions for 42 yards and a touchdown. Like I said, definitely was happy there. They bounced back. It was a little bit worrisome because they were missing field goals. Jake Elliott, not sure what happens. I mean, this guy, he has been for the past year and a half, he's been one of the more perplexing things about the Philadelphia Eagles. One of the more known kickers in the league. Definitely one of the more successful kickers in the league. I wouldn't say he was in the top crest, the top 3 or top 5 of kickers. Definitely for the Eagles, he is. I mean, he's hit a lot of postseason kicks for us, hit a lot of game-winning field goals for us in the regular season. I mean, I still remember that field goal he hit against the Bills in the rain against, which ironic, game coming up. A couple years ago in 2023, we hit that game-winning field goal in the rain against the Bills. I mean, again, Jake Elliott has done a lot for this franchise. If this had been a better opponent, this could have been something that could have bit Philly in the ass. I mean, 3 missed field goals. One of them technically didn't count, but they counted on the official stat sheet. They counted as 2. He had 2 missed field goals. I mean, it really it had you in a situation where you could not trust him throughout the rest of that game. And I do believe I wrote here in my notes, Elliott is missing field goals. He cannot be trusted tonight. it was very indicative. I don't know what the fuck was going on with them, but didn't like the performance there. 3 misses in the first half. This game could have been even further away from the Commanders than what it was had he just hit those field goals. Could have been a confidence thing. Could have just been, he just wasn't feeling it that night. But he's got to get it the fuck together. Big game coming up in Buffalo. Playoff games coming up. He's got to hit those kicks. So needless to say there, that's something to definitely keep an eye on, be a little bit concerned about. I even wrote in my notes, they would have to score touchdowns to win this game on Saturday night. And that they did, thank God. Because Jake Elliott was just completely fucking unreliable. They go into halftime, don't get the field goal, but execute an amazing fucking drive. I mean, 17 plays. It took about 22 because a couple of them were negated by a penalty, but officially on the stat sheet was 17 plays, 74 yards, ended in a beautiful 3rd and 15 touchdown pass from Hurts to Dallas Goedert. Definitely love the performance there of what I saw from Dallas Goedert. I love the incorporation of how now Patullo and Sirianni's basically helped Patullo help find these guys and make sure that they're getting these guys the ball in key spots. I love the performance from ajbrown too. ajbrown had a very good game. Let's say here he had 9 receptions, 95 yards on 12 targets. So again, very good game. It looks like, him and Smitty are going to play in the Buffalo game. So it looks like these guys are going to have another 1,000-yard season. Credit to both of these guys with the way that things looked at the beginning of the year, how everybody was thinking that, these guys are being underused and, the passing game was just lacking, and now how things have turned around. Credit to those guys, credit to Jalen, credit to Sirianni and Patullo, how they've just helped this offense evolve as the season's going along. Just shout out to all those guys. But definitely an effective drive. And after that, it was just, Philly was just starting to put belt to ass. You get the Cooper DeJean interception, which was huge at that point. Cooper DeJean gets the interception. That leads to a touchdown. I mean, at this point, Philly was just starting to pile on. I want to make sure, though, before I stray away get back to the offense, I want to make sure I give credit, though. It seems like Patullo got out of the random play call generator mood and was starting to find a rhythm with this team. And it seems like once they find a rhythm, they get going. They're pretty consistent there. The rhythm is no secret, though. When Jalen Hurts and Saquon are running, this team is a problem. Let's just give you stats. Saquon Barkley, 21 carries, 132 yards, 6.3 per carry, and a touchdown. He was making, the one run where he broke through 5 fucking defenders to score. Amazing play there. Got to give Saquon credit. Jalen Hurts, 7 carries, 40 yards, averaging almost 6 yards per rush. Again, putting the pressure on the defense to contend with every guy that can threaten them. The quarterback, the running back, the tight end, the wide receivers, you have to defend them all. It's not enough defenders. So credit to Patullo there for figuring that out. Like I said, Cooper DeJean gets an interception. The Eagles get a touchdown there. Saquon scores a touchdown. Again, Washington, at that point, it just really felt like the game was over anyway. Another touchdown or field goal ends it. And then lo and behold, Tank Bigsby gets a fucking touchdown. Saquon's jumping up and down the field, teams just celebrating. It was just outstanding to see that. Outstanding performance overall. Again, Eagles defense, I don't want to even belabor the point. Eagles defense was outstanding. They only gave up, essentially, to be honest with you, they only gave up 2 touchdowns the whole game. So, got to give them credit there. You'll take that from any defense. They forced a lot of punts, forced interception, forced a lot of 3 and outs. So, they did exactly what they were supposed to. It was a t-shirt hat game, clinched the division, NFC East champs, first time in 21 years. Eagles are back-to-back champs. Very good sign. Very good sign that the Eagles could possibly get back to the Super Bowl as long as they can stick to this formula. Don't shoot themselves in the foot. Don't play stupid football. If they consistently play like this, they're going to be back in the Super Bowl. I strongly feel that. Now, key takeaways for this game going into the Bills game. Key takeaways from the game, obviously, Eagles clinched the division. Great win. Saquon and Jalen put on the show. Obviously gave their stats. I loved how they played. Now, the third one is what is going to carry me into the preview or the precursor for the Bills game. I thought that with this victory, the Eagles would kind of be settling for the 3rd or the 4th seed. At this point, you're the champs. You're not ducking anybody. You're going to be in a situation where you're going to have a home playoff game. record does play a factor. So I do understand that, if you win in the first round, let's say, you're blessed enough to win and you get to the second round, you might have to go on the road. I understand that. You want as many home playoff games in Philadelphia as possible. Last year, you get the number 2 seed, you get, blessed because the 1 seed gets their ass whipped in in Arizona. Excuse me. It was against the Rams, but that game was played in Arizona, if you guys remember, due to the wildfires. 1 seed gets knocked out. Philly now has pretty much the playoffs going through Philadelphia. So I get it. They're trying to look at it through that lens. We still have something to play for. If we technically win this game, Bears lose with difficult schedule that they have, which is kind of intricate when you really think about it, because that game, the way the schedule has played out has just been crazy. I was under the inclination that if the Bears just so happen to, because they own the tiebreaker, that they're automatically going to be granted the spot. I was completely incorrect, and I was glad that I was incorrect, because ultimately there is a lot that Philadelphia has to still play for. Pardon me for a second. I'm going to pull up the seeding probabilities right here because I thought I had the chart situated, but I unfortunately didn't. I do apologize for that. Okay, so this is how things are going to shape out. The Eagles can still clinch the 2 seed. Now, the way it shapes out, if the postseason started today, obviously the Eagles would play, they'd be the 3rd seed, they'd be playing the 49ers. 49ers playing hot as of late. That'd be a tough matchup for Philly, tough matchup for really anybody. Be that as it may, they still have a chance to get the 2 seed. Now, how would the Eagles obtain the 2 seed? The Bears would need to lose both games. Eagles would have to win out. Okay, very simple. Now, the 3 seed, which is the more likely scenario depending on how some things play out. The Eagles win one of these games, and then if the Panthers lose one, the Eagles will automatically be the 3 seed. Now, if the Eagles were to lose to the Bills and to lose to the Commanders, and the Panthers were to win out, then the Eagles would be regulated to the 4 seed, and due to tiebreaker because of the win-loss record, Carolina will own that situation. So it's kind of basically imperative because the 49ers beat the Colts on Monday night, the 1 seed is completely out for Philly. There's no chance in hell they can get that. But the 2 seed is still in play. Obviously, odds being if Philadelphia they win their wild card game, they win their home game, they get a team coming to Philadelphia, that's what they want. I mean, obviously, they haven't lost a home playoff game in forever, so I completely understand it. I would have thought, though, honestly, this would have been the time to rest the players, but fuck it. I trust Nick Sirianni. I trust his team. Let's just pray, guys, these guys get through these next couple games healthy. With the weather being as nasty as it is, because I do believe that the weather report for that game is going to be pretty fucking horrendous. I mean, the early reports are saying like blowing snow, wind gusts up to like 50 miles an hour. Game time, it might be around 35. Yeah, pretty fucking shitty. I don't think that's Lane Johnson weather at all. I don't think you put him back in at that game. I don't give a damn how many games he's rehabbed and sat out. That's the type of game where a guy re-injures himself quickly. And right now, early reports are significant winds, definitely snow, 20 miles per hour, gusting to 40 miles per hour now. So it's going to be nasty. It's going to be nasty. It's going to be a ground game. It's going to be a game that the Eagles going to have to win. The Eagles win ugly games. So odds are that the Buffalo Bills are going to win this because they're home. Obviously, my eyes are on the Birds. Now, being that they're not resting any starters, I kind of disagree with it, but like I said, it makes sense if you can still get the 2 seed. My main thing is getting guys healthy. But if you can win this 2 seed, because the Bears, I mean, looking at the Bears schedule, guys, real quick. Bears schedule. They got the 49ers. And let's see here. And the Lions. So both teams are technically still playing for something. Last one being a division rival game. Might still be in Philly's favor to keep playing. So, and then Josh Allen, Sean McDermott pretty much announced that Josh Allen is going to definitely play in this game. Obviously, with that foot injury, I had no doubt he was. The last time he and Jalenhurts were on the same field, it was a magnificent game. Nasty weather in that game, too. So, I expect this to be a great game. This is something that could be a potential Super Bowl matchup. So, we shall see. But nonetheless, guys, fly Eagles fly. I love you guys. Thank you for always plugging in. Thank you throughout the whole year for the likes, the shares, the subscriptions, the comments, everything that's helped expand the channel. I definitely would love it, and I'm going to continue this going into 2026. We're definitely going to have more content coming for you guys, more Eagles content, definitely. Fly Eagles Fly. You guys will not see another recap video until after the holiday. So definitely look forward to that. I love you. Take care and enjoy the rest of your weekend. And definitely don't get too full off those food and drinks.